Yes, 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 we in the building. Oh yes, the Safe Space Saylee show. Y'all know how we doing. Doing it from in the room this time, like I would do with the safe with Saylee. But it's gonna be all cool. We gonna start everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. If you seeing it now, if you seeing it later, it's all cool and it's all gravy. Everything is all good. Everything is elevation. I do this for real. I eat, sleep, breathe, brush my teeth with this elevation. Hold on, get this here. Hold on. I am your counselor. I'm my own counselor. And confirmation right there. Let's start it like this. The Safe Space Saylee Show. The Safe Space Saylee Show. The Safe Space Saylee Show. Freedom, warmth, and clarity. Let's go ahead and get it. Oh man, I got an announcement at the end. I got an announcement for next week, man. Next week is gonna be powerful. Very powerful. I'm gonna make sure of it too. I got an announcement then. So what we're talking about, they didn't allow me to put it in the title because the Safe Space Daily Show is a little bit too long. Soon after we get a good ground, I'm just gonna put the subject or the question or that we're talking on. Like I'm saying, guys, I'm saving all these and I put it on Facebook, IG, and everywhere. At least on YouTube. So if you ever want to catch a show, go on YouTube and the link is in the on my page. I think it's the Elevation Project. Yeah. Shout out to Big Mike. I got that from Big Mike. With the we ain't gonna go too much further on that end, but yes. So today what we're talking on, guys, I'm doing it now. When I have guests, it's probably gonna be a little bit longer, but now I'm bringing it down to 30 minutes, man. Y'all can't handle too much of me anyway. Getting some real breakthroughs. And shout out to everybody coming in on that part. But let's do this. So it is do more if you want more. I got a few questions. But why is this so powerful? Let me straighten up. It's powerful because people be saying the things that they want, but they're not willing to put into action. They're not willing to put into action whatever it takes. Do more if you want more. I know I want a different life. I was willing to go through anything. And no one was going to stop me either. I don't care what was going on that part. Shout out to everybody coming in. So there's a lot of things, like I said. Got a lot of clips. A lot of things. I've got to try to chop this up. When this is done. I try to chop it up, put some of the highlights. But the whole show is a highlight, guys. So I miss Michael Vick. He was a highlight reel. It's like you didn't want to miss a second. Like, man, I gotta see anything that will happen. I can't wait for ESPN. I gotta watch them live. Shout out to everybody watching sports and on that end. I want to give a shout out also to, because yesterday what we did. It's been a while since I've been to Fridays. It was nice. Mama definitely helped me out on that end. It was very lovely. I ain't gonna put too much. See, I gotta calm down. I don't want to put too much information out. People be trying to find people and all that. Like, nah. But I had an enjoyable birthday celebration. Little eating I had. We went to Fridays. It was nice. Guys, and it's been a while since alcoholic beverage. But hey, man, they got some good stuff there. But let's get serious. But I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna try to stretch this out, this hair, because I ain't sweat it out. Yeah, I'm gonna try to stretch it, for at least until the end of the month. If I make it, to the end of the month, then I know, I got my money's worth. It's work. Because it's already, now I know how them girls be like, oh, man, my hair frizz. Yeah, I'm like, damn. You're right, it is frizz. But the thing is, I'm not too concerned about it. Most of you guys are. Let's deal with something real quickly. Like I said, do more if you want more. And this is everybody on the planet. I ain't just talking to, the children, adults. This is everyone. You can even be making money, have it already. But sometimes this wanting more out of life, dealing with turning inward. dang, is there something that I may want I'm not even giving to myself? You want love, but you ain't even loving yourself. Don't bring any kind of wild and crazy ideas to me if you ain't ready to make a move on it. You know, and we coming from in the room. What's up to everybody coming out? I ain't gonna be, I see everybody coming in, but we got 3 questions. And I got an announcement at the end. Man, cause, man, the last day of the month. I mean, the last safe space Saylee of the month. Man. And it's lining up. Everything's lining up. So, the do more if you want more. How do you want to live? That's the first question. Really, how do you want to live? A lot of people, I'm not saying write this. Sometimes write it down. Get you a vision board. Sometimes folks go on YouTube. They be watching it all day. Find out. This is why the loving of self is so key. Because you got to find out what you actually like. You got to learn you. You are very complex. So at least learn you. You got to remember, in this medical field, they have not scratched even the surface of the human brain. Just what it's capable of, what it can do. So imagine someone's personality. I don't care about your zodiac sign. Even though that's a good part, that's a good start. But do you think that I'm all the zodiac sign? Come on. Now, some people may be, but you got to make sure you know about yours. People want to find out this other person's sign, or I don't believe in that, or all that. Hey, man, you got to believe in what works for you. Shout out to everybody joining. I know they sliding through. Everybody just be scrolling. It's cool stuff. But one of the most important things, while we're still going, is how do you want to actually live? Sometimes you at a job you don't like. And that's going to take all your energy away. First off, you got to look at it like, hold on. Mix it up. Hold on. You like, man, I'm in a situation. I don't like my job. Okay? I don't like my job. But now, is it going to be able to finance another situation? Hold on to me. I forgot to put. But now, is it going to be able to finance another situation? Hold on to me. I forgot to put this on. Do this. I forgot to put that on Do Not Disturb, but it's all good. So I was saying, if you had a job, is it going to be able to finance your dreams? Maybe that's just a stepping stone. But don't get stuck in a certain situation where it feels like, dang, I can't make any other move. I'm stuck in this cycle. I like to call, individuals have called it that conveyor belt lifestyle. You know how it is. I had seen somebody post on IG. They were talking about how the system is set up. It's like a prison, a jail, all that. Okay, we got all this information. But if you ain't doing nothing, then it's working on you. It's working. You know? So draw that out first. How do you want to live? There's a way. Do you actually want to be happy, or do you want to be miserable your whole life? Because you got a lot of examples. I'm going to post something a little bit later too on my Lemonade. There's a lot of examples of people not living their life. So anyone, if you're in America, you got a lot of examples of people showing you what you shouldn't do or what you don't want to do. It's right there. It's right there in your face. You don't have to go online or to YouTube or TikTok or whatever or Facebook. You don't have to. It can be even in your own family. You know you got people in your family you know you don't want to be like. Or you may have somebody in your family. Hold on, excuse me, guys. You may have somebody in your family who does inspire you. You're like, man, you know what? I want to be just like that individual. Or it can be a friend as well too. Dang, somebody in the... Because I remember growing up, for me, I was always inspired by the older crowd. I never really hung around individuals who was around my age. I mean, it was cool, but I didn't feel, not only I didn't feel accomplished, but I didn't feel like I could do what I wanted to do. Not only that, I'm looking for a certain word. I just didn't feel like I was grasping, not even grasping, but I don't feel like really I was being pushed. It felt like it was too easy. I'll be real with you. Hanging around individuals in my group or that crowd, it's like playing Madden, or you playing the video game, you playing on rookie, or you playing on easy. Come on, man, you gonna blow through it. It's like, oh man, okay, I've done that, been there and done that. That's why I be listening to certain people out there, and they talk about their experiences. I be excited for them. Like, dang, man, you experienced that? That's wild. Meanwhile, I don't know, man. That's why I can speak about it. I can listen to it. I got that ear for it. I'm like, yeah, I can hear what you got going on. Yeah. But for me at a young age, so it came, I always was looking ahead, like to see individuals that were a bit older than me. And my mama was talking about that as well, too. Sometimes the grown people, you always say, you know how folks be, hey, man, you around grown people. Man, children not supposed to be around. But I didn't feel like that. When I was there, I'm supposed to be in y'all circle too. I got the information. So the things that y'all talking about, y'all 40 and 50, I was 10, and I'm like, damn. I'm hearing what you're saying. That's resonated with me. I wouldn't say that out loud, but inside I'd be like, hey, I wanna, let me be around here. Mom like, nah. Go get away from me when grown people are around talking. You're not supposed to be around. So I respect that. Shout out to everybody coming in. So I respect that. But you have to realize this. We're still on the how do you want to live. Sometimes you could be in a situation. I'm going to tell you like this. And I love how I get passionate about this, because I'm going to tell you like this. Move this out of the way. I'm going to tell you like this. You're around some individuals right now. I'll be real with you. Hold on. You're never going to get to where where you want to be. Being around the certain people that you're around right now. Right now. I don't care if it's family, friends, or who. Yeah, around them. It's like that. You trapped in a bubble. Y'all seen that movie? I forgot what it was called. Bubble Man or Bubble World. Whatever. He had some kind of disease. And he had to go around his whole life in a bubble. But you got to remember like that as well too. Like, dang, am I around somebody or a group or friends, or I keep people around me and they're capping me at a certain level where I can't grow? Some people are afraid to even grow. So let's say how you want to live. You could be afraid of that situation. I know there's a lot of people that are afraid to actually live how they know they can, and they do how they want to. So if you allowing the situation, then I was telling some of my other friends too. All right, then come back the next life. Do it. Don't do it now then. Just live basic. And I like how I can speak to individuals like this now. I'm like, all right, that's what you want to do. You don't want to live up to your standards? Cool. You just want to talk about all these ideas and good stuff? Cool stuff. Live this life not feeling accomplished. Live this life not feeling accomplished. Be at a job your whole entire life. And, they're stealing your dreams or your light or whatever. Be like that. I know there's certain individuals, they don't, they're not really serious about it. Guys, if you're coming in, share the live. Share the live on that part too. Share the live. What they say, encourage your viewers to share the live and invite more friends. Yeah. Go ahead and share. Do what you got to do on that part. We're talking about some real stuff. This is the Safe Space Saylee show. How do you want to live? You got individuals around you, they're not serious about their life. And I know it. And that's going to move us to the next question too. Cause we're doing good. We're doing good. Why are you settling? Ask yourself that. Like, dang, man, I can be so great in this life. I can be so great in this world. But I'm playing myself to the left when I could be playing right. I'm playing myself to the whole left. Not living up to my potential. I don't care if you graduated high school, you graduated college, or you didn't even make it past, elementary. Man. It's not about that. You got individuals that didn't graduate college, they didn't graduate high school. They're making a life for themselves. That's the thing. Make sure you're making a life for yourself. Don't let nobody tell you what you should do. And from their eyes, in your eyes, feel accomplished in your own life, in your own world. Now, I'm not telling children not to be in school, not to go to school. No. But I graduated college, so the thing is, I'm going to let you guys know. I mean, it was a cool situation. Went to high school. Yeah, it was a cool situation. But did I need it? I could have done without it. But that's just a hustle that's within me. It's like, oh, man, I was going to have it regardless. Because there was nothing that was going to stop me. On that end. For me from getting from what I wanted. One of my primary goals was to have freedom. And I always looked up to myself highly. Even now, even when it comes to, the music or whatever it may be, counseling. I told, some of my clients, some of my friends they know, I told them I'm the best counselor on the planet. Put me against anyone else, but it's not even really there. And I've already done the work. When I've gone to see counselors myself, because it's always good. I would tell everyone to go in and check with a counselor, therapist, a psychologist. Go and see them. I talked about this on the last live. There's always something that happens with me. It's called countertransference, where the client becomes a counselor and the counselor becomes a client. I have so much space that where individuals feel comfortable, like, oh man, your own situations start coming out. You're like, damn, the spaciousness. So your own difficulties start coming out. And it's call it a gift. You call it a gift on that end, whatever you want to call it. But it works for me. You got to find out what works for you. And individuals this is why I see individuals don't love themselves, because you settling. I wouldn't like me either if I was settled. I'm like, damn, man, I know I could be more. I could do more. But I'm playing myself. I know I can do more, but I'm just chilling. I told one of my nephews on that, and I'm like, bro, get that chilling out of your vocabulary. I mean, I use it a lot too. Yeah, let's chill. This shit. Maybe when it's around girls or something like that, chilling. Yeah, but you ain't put in enough work. You still chilling? Oh man, you ain't even got your dreams and you chilling? No, ain't no chill. So nobody don't call me to chill or have that situation, because I let people know when you get on the phone with me or if we're chatting, this is very expensive. This is very valuable. Even with me doing a safe space, safe show, this is very valuable. I know when you come with a lot of power and you know it, it don't matter what nobody else is saying to you on that end. But the thing is, there could be individuals around you that don't know how valuable you are. But the thing is, you got to make sure you know you're valuable. So it's like, man, certain groups or certain things I just won't even go to. And people say, oh man, no, Mr. Say he think he's above that. Hey man, you got to make sure, if I enjoy heaven or if I enjoy a good time, why would I go to hell? Unless if it's going to help me. If it don't help me, I don't need to go there. So I can avoid a lot of situations. Group outings or wherever, going to somebody's celebration, somebody's wedding or whatever. I don't need that in my life. that goes back into the other question too. How do you want to live? I know exactly how I want to live. You know, probably in a. I'm not gonna speak too much about America because America is cool. It's born here. But I was just listening to an article this morning. There are people with full-time jobs. They're homeless. Now I remember being that, being on the street, sleeping on the pavement. I remember that. It is a struggle, but you got a full-time. But that just lets me know, like, dang, things are tough. So you really got to put in a little bit more work. You got to think a bit smarter. You can't do it how everyone else is doing. Especially being black in America. It's a little bit tougher. Not saying that individuals, other races, other creeds and different like that, it's not tough. But no. I don't want to make this a race thing, but I gotta be real. I'm gonna be that every time. When you're growing up in a certain situation, you have certain people look at you strange. Just like even me, a black male. It can be tough. It can be very tough. Because they feel, oh man, you're gonna grow up, you're a criminal, you're gonna do this, or folks, they have their foot on your neck. But there's a lot of greatness within, the black race on that end, or the colored race on that end. So, but that's the same thing you gotta look within yourself. I don't care what family background you came from. You gotta make sure you're making an example. Prove it to yourself. Not to no government or not to no person. Prove it to yourself. Unless now some people, they cool with settling. Now that's why I'm not against that. Like, hey man, if you just settling, you just want to cap yourself at this level, hey man, enjoy that. I got to get away from you. You probably won't even see me. On that end. Hold on, let me stretch myself up. Yeah, you probably won't even see me. I was talking to, I'm not going to bring on, I'm going to speak on it on the at the end. But one of my boys was talking to me. He was like, man, shoot. He's like, shoot, I want to find my calling. I would tell anybody, how do you start that out? You got to love yourself first. And I want to speak about it so much so it becomes a regular thing. Because I didn't hear it until I got into, after college. And self-love. Dang, it's actually a thing. You just think everything is love. No. What you in right there is toxic, man. That's self-hate, actually. That's what you in. Or that's what you can be in. Settling, to me, that's how I look at it. Settling is like a self. You don't even like yourself. You don't even feel like you can do something that's big. You settling. Your true potential is probably infinite. But you just wanna, you playing weak or you playing small. I've been hearing girls talk about that. I want to mention this one girl. Mention this one girl on YouTube. Hey, she be going in. I think her name chats with Carmia. Whatever. She be going in. God, there's so many powerful people on this earth. Dang. That's why I'm like, man, I got to get out here too. Let me let them know this wisdom, this real stuff as a real counselor. I got to let people know this. Because some people just be sitting quiet. You got all that knowledge and all that wisdom and you just sitting at the house twiddling your thumbs. No. We ain't on that no more. So let's get to this last question. What can you do? I meant today. What can you do today? Or just we can say it like that. I want to do it like that. What can you do to get better now? I think that was the original question. But I can switch it up. What can you do now to get better? What can you do to get better now? What can you do today? I like that. Or tonight. I know some individuals, some places it's the morning time. But what can you do actually today to get better? I'm not talking about watching a YouTube video. Maybe you even need to fill out. I'm not saying not to fill out an application, but you have something that you know you need to accomplish. There's a step to get up. I don't care if it's reaching out to a family member that you ain't checked on in 10 years, a whole year, or whatever it may be. Like, dang, man, I need to. Or just build my own skills. Get your communication skills up. You just need to get your human skills up. Become a better human, man. There's certain things today you can do. I know, just speaking. Can you get your ideas from your head, outside? What about writing? Get your writing game up. What about listening? Get your listening game up. So there's other things. What can you actually do today to get better? When I look at that own question for myself, it's like, right now I need to do these CEUs, these continued educations or units, for being a counselor in California. Now to get better, I've registered, but now I would have to probably open the first one to go ahead and do it. Or at least do the read the literature of it. Like, okay, yeah, that's what I need to do. Because I know that's going to help me in the long run, because I want to be not only just certified here, but I got the wisdom. I don't need that. But the thing is, I know where I want to go. Let's say if I was in, working in Morocco, whatever, or working in Ivory Coast, or working in Liberia, working in Ghana, working in South Africa. I'm like, hold on, you a real counselor? You got this? Because I already know how they think when individuals come from America or whatever. That's cool. But the thing is, I already know, 1 second, California is the fourth, I think it just hit the fourth largest economy in the world. So anything that's coming out of California is already on world status. It's already on the world status. And then you talking about LA? I already know that people just with the experience that I've already had, at least 3 years of counseling just in LA, it's giving me enough for the whole entire planet. I'm talking about experiences. Whether they are homeless, whether they are millionaires, rich. I ain't gonna speak on too many other things like that. I never, it's still confidentiality. I ain't never gonna speak on a client and give no names on that end. No. But when it comes to who I like that range. People thought I was gonna run off and just go to the hills and like, oh man, you just gonna help out the rich folks? No, man, I'm helping out the slums and the streets. I don't discriminate when it comes to getting this information, getting this elevation. No, man, it's everyone. So if you're a child, elder, if you're in an impoverished area, or if you privileged area too, I don't discriminate on that. But yeah, so what can you do today? You gotta understand and look at what can you actually do. Now I'll be real for me. For me, I gotta take these talents overseas. I don't want to go too long. Oh yeah, we almost out here. I'm tripping. I don't want it to get too long. But yeah, so but for me, I gotta take these talents overseas. For me, I need individuals to know, like, hold on. Wait, they say America just get everything? No. It's a lot of good things. So I know individuals, when they send their children or wherever to America to get the education, they sometimes they don't come back. But and I know there's a lot of people in America that are going out there. They go out of the country to kind of help out, whether it's on different missions or to do charity work, or they, just to help out the world as well too. That's kind of how I feel in my heart. It's like, man, I have to do something, and glory be to God. I just got a text that just came in. Mom had landed in ATL. That's good stuff. I'm calling right after the live. Call her right after the live. I hope that she got that at Chicago. Cause I think I'm be real. I sent her some cash. You know, I'm like, man, you in Chicago. You gotta try that deep dish. Stop playing. Let me take care of that. Handle that. Get that. You gotta try that. I mean, cause they got some places out here in LA, but that deep dish, it changed my life. I'm like, dang, this a real pizza? I ain't even eat the bread, and it felt like we ain't gonna go too much on that, but it was very rich, very rich. So yeah, so for me, I will take these talents overseas. That's just what gotta happen. It's on my heart. It gotta happen. Few announcements. So we'll go over a few questions. What we did. So it said, how do you want to live? Why are you settling? And what can you do today to get better now? I'll be talking about that this whole week with my clients on that now. I'll be talking about it. It's very, very important. Every week, every Monday at least. You know, I try to say Monday evening. You're going to get Mr. Saylee. I can give up my time a little bit for this. I can. You know, and I saved this too and dropped the videos on YouTube. So it's like, dang, if you miss a certain area, and when is it gonna be on YouTube? And when is that? I try to take some clips and I'll put them up. I'll put them on the page. But I know people, whether you want to see it, I know I'm not for everybody, and I actually love that. I don't need to be. I don't care if I'm just for one person and it's me and that's it. That's more than enough, actually. When it comes to me, it's more than enough. Yeah, so I thought I had my pen still with me. So yeah, so yeah, guys, that's we wrapping it up. But I want to let individuals know. So tune in next week. You know how to tell the show. So tune in next week. We got our first guest on the Safe Space Saylee Show. I ain't gonna say no names. It's gonna be a surprise, and it's on Cinco de Mayo. Woo-hoo! We got the first guest next week, man. The show is developing. It's growing. It's growing. So I got a few things here. Oh yeah, so I said I will pass everyone who knows me. That's a little bit too, I don't want too much. You know, that's just an understanding of who I am. Now what that means is just like everybody I've ever met. I'm gonna challenge you because I need to see if you can even outdo me. Come on, it's like we're on a race. Who can be their greater self? And it's like that. I'm gonna apply pressure every time. I don't care who you are. East Coast, West, pressure's getting applied. I just dropped a song with my big brother, Katsa. I just dropped a song with my big brother. It's called Your Experience. You go and see that too. We're mostly talented, man. Go and check that out too. That's one of the hottest songs on the planet right now. And that song is due to give individuals freedom. I know it will. Your experience, and that's a whole nother. I'll probably talk more on a Friday with the Safe for Saylee. And I want to let individuals know I do have the answers. Some people they get on this app and they don't know what the hell they talking about. I'm gonna be real with you, they know. They don't have the answers. You gotta remember there's a lot of people that's on here that will be very confusing. They're gonna confuse you. It's my goal to point you towards yourself because you got the information, you got the answers on that end. You have the answers for you to make sure that you're empowering yourself to grow, and especially with the self-love on that end. So, all right, guys, let's go ahead and close out. We got the Safe Space Saylee Show. The Safe Space Saylee Show. The Safe Space Saylee Show. Freedom. Warmth and clarity. Oh, yeah. See you guys next week with my boy P. All right, man. Y'all peace out. Dang, man. I can't even...